Hello everybody, what is up and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa. And in the last episode of Danganronpa, we started our investigation into the retrial, I should say, of Mukuro Ikusaba. And also, we also started delving into the mysteries of the school. Or should I say, all of the mysteries. We gotta solve all of the mysteries to win this round. And this time, it's like all of our lives at stake. And of course, as expected, Toko was pissed that we made a decision on our own. Especially one that, results in her death. She's like, I was fine just living with Master. And then she was pretty much like just revealing her true feelings from the get-go, where she's like, I only care about Master, talking about Byakuya. I don't give a shit about any of you. Alright, so, oh boy, man, today is November the 26th, so tomorrow is going to be Thanksgiving. It's going to be November the 27th is Thanksgiving, so, yep, I hope everybody is grateful and thankful for what they have in their lives. And of course I always complain about my job, but like truly I do need my job to make money. So, oh my god, there's liquor down here. Alright, do I go? Oh wait, do I have to speak to Kyoko one more time?
Anyway,
you don't have to ask my permission. If there's something you want to do, go ahead and do it. Okay. Oh no, I gotta check the computer. Okay. I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more. But
hey,
if you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. But then it turns out to be right. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in, beep. I don't need to make the sound effect. There's already a sound effect. Jeez, that's a loud sound effect. What? That did it. Kyoko, it worked. Why? Kyoko? Oh, she's shocked. Uh-oh, she's shook. She didn't realize her dad actually does love her. Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hen room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Alright, let's go into the secret room. Try not to use my phone very much here because it's down to like 18%, which is not good. Hey, Kyoko. Might as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. Oh, shiz. A present! No, not that. More like the picture behind her. Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. And also the picture. Let's check that first. Better check out that suspicious present before I do anything. Dang it, game, really? Alright. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, maybe. Oh, it's gonna be one of those freaking sneak jack-in-the-box things that when you go to open it, it just springs out and scares you. Huh?
It would seem
If it is what I think it is, the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there? Yes.
Anyway,
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Scream? Why would I scream? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Does she already know what's in there? Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Kyoko! Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Oh, no! Not bones! What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. That's not a very nice gift. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, almost like it was on purpose. I mean, who could have possibly imagined? I think that's the point. Just as I thought. What? What's just as you thought? Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones. Bones. Bones, 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 bones.
wrong.
Wrong. No, I'm not. They were bones. Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. His body? You mean... No. Your dad. Now you can't tell him to go fuck himself. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. How do you know? Those bones. That body. That's my father. How do you know? Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? But how? In just such a short time, he couldn't have been, like, murdered and had the bones that clean. Because it takes a long time. Not that I've ever, murdered anyway before, but, like, apparently it's very difficult to get every single thing cleaned off of a skull. Off of bones or whatever. Hold on. How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him? That's why I've been asking. Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. Is it? So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. Oh yeah, he definitely was. But as a skeleton in a box. And that's not all of his skeleton. It was just a skull and a few other little bones. That's not like his entire freaking body. It's a very polarizing approach. It's a very polarizing approach. I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I realized that was Monokuma talking until just now. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants. All of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Wow, that's not a lot of students for a school. Even an elite, prestigious school, that's not a lot. I mean, how are they supposed to make money? Alter Ego said the headmaster was probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideals together, it doesn't take much to assume
In other words,
that most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. Okay. That's my assumption, anyway. Well, that's sad. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked into the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? Yeah, she's been up here before, hasn't she? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. I wish they had labeled that differently, like bones in box or something like that. Alright, let's check this out. Huh? This picture? Aww. Little young Kyoko. She's so cute. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko! Oh.
why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past. And yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. Ah, yes, classic case of, daughter thinks her dad hates her and abandoned her and doesn't care, but he truly, secretly, actually cares and loved her, but was not around for whatever serious reason or whatever. I don't get how being the headmaster of some school for ultimates is more important than actually taking care of your wife and child, but oh well. Anyways, yeah, this is literally just like from freaking Final Fantasy X, where, Tidus hates his dad, and then it turns out that, like, his dad, Jack, actually truly did care about his son, and, like, even though he had a bad attitude, he was, like, he truly was a doting father. It's a picture of Kyoko. I already read that. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoning me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Photo of Kyoko and headmaster has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. I knew it. Is that all there is to this room? Ah, no, I have to check the desk as well. And then speak to Kyoko again. Alright. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission. Really?
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay, then, if you don't mind. I think he stopped. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it. It says, in case of emergency. Weird. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words,
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
it would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko, remember the whole knife incident? You want that to happen again? I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Headmaster's e-handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey,
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you for a favor? Reaction favor! A favor? What is it?
so...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more,
Hey,
but could you leave? Huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko! Don't worry, I'm fine. It's not you, it's me. I just need to calm down a little.
Just a second.
I need to get my emotions in order. Okay, you know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again one day, someday. Is that what you were going to say? Well, don't. I'm not buying it for anything. If so, that's just a theory. A Danganronpa theory! And this isn't an issue. That can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through, my life experience. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Okay, bye, Boo. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. I mean, them bones! To find out what happened to the headmaster. If that was the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. I mean, they got rid of most of his bones. How could he? Now you can't even make a full, complete set. They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. Yeah, I mean, it's not the first death in this game, so I don't know why you're so shocked. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. What? So he was still in on it? So the same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is the man in his late 30s. Is a man in his late 30s, sorry. Not the man. I mean, well, he is the man, but not anymore. I don't know why I laughed there. I was like kind of trying to exhale at the same time. That laugh was so funny. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. Yeah, he is. Dead. But he's here in the school somewhere. And now we found him. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is... It's a very polarizing approach. I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. 15 of us met in the mail hall? Is that a typo? I think it meant to say main hall. Okay. 15 of us met in the mail hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. Including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Yep. And how could anybody have been hiding among the other students anyways? Like, or from all the other students this whole time and not participating in the, trials. I mean, well, actually, I guess it kind of would make sense that Monokuma would, not call out Mukuro for hiding. I don't know, it just makes it even more confusing how Mukuro actually died. Or who actually killed Mukuro. Did we actually establish that? I don't remember. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. Oh yeah, she's dead. She got murdered twice. And then blown up. So the ones still left alive are... me. Byakuya. Yeah, Hiro. I thought he was gonna say Yasuhiro. Toko. Hina. And Kyoko. And that's it. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I mean, that pretty much solidifies that it has to be one of the mastermind. Like, whoever the mastermind is has to be one of us. Unless, of course, Monokuma is just, lying. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Alright. Now we need to go to the locker room. Alright. Use the map. Oh, is that the locker? I can't just go there. Wait, what? Is there something still to investigate here in the headmaster's private room? No way. I think it would have said something. I hope not. It's in the locker room. Alright, check. Huh. I don't see anything new or different. Alright, let's check this. Can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. You got a Monokuma coin. I'm just kidding. What about this one? This one's not broken. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed in the door. That must be how you get the locker room. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers from the locker rooms on the 2nd floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Let's just give it a try. Took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then... Bzzz, no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it. Which means none of us can do it. Wait, but... Didn't I get something that I can use? What about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. One more try. I took the emergency handbook and ran it that across the card reader, and beep. Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. Whoa, this is interesting. This locker is totally disorganized. However, whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. Wow. How judgmental, Makoto. No, it all has a rhyme and a reason to it. You just aren't seeing the bigger picture here, Makoto. Anyways, let's check the crystal ball. This is a crystal ball. Ooh, am I gonna peer into it and see the future? Oh no! Even in the future, everything sucks. Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. Yasuhiro? Okay, what is this? Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. Oh, I thought it was Magic the Gathering. But wait, are those used for telling the fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? It could be that this is Hiro's locker. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuffed this is didn't do a lot of study. Not that I can really talk. What do you mean? The fact they have so many books in their locker must mean they were a study nerd, whatever. But I don't even know. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible. I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. The moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. What? There's no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. That's Hiro's name. Is this our Yasuhiro? I mean, he's got the same exact name, but that doesn't mean anything. Doesn't prove anything. I mean, the notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here. No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So, what is this notebook? Once again, my theory that we have already been here for a year is holding soundly. Alright, let's back out. Now what? Is there anything else I gotta check in here? Let me see. Locker on the left, crystal ball cards, notebook, locker in the middle, pocketbook. Okay. What does it mean by locker in the middle? Is it this one? This one looks like it can be opened. I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader, and beep. Looks like the locker opened. Now let's see what we got inside. Oh, there we go. This thing is particularly empty. Except for this. It's just one thing. Some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's something written inside. It could be important. God damn, I couldn't even read that line. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. Looks like a girl's handwriting, and all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. What? Really? Why? Whoever wrote this must be really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. Oh, I'm thinking this is Kyoko's. But why would Kyoko's handbook be here? Is that why she had such a strong sense of urgency that she had to talk to him? It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as a foundation for a new era. This is sounding pretty segregationalist to me. It sounds like pretty separationist. I don't know what the word is to describe it. Sounds like he just wants to make, have like a freaking superior race or whatever. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. I'm a conservative, so that's what my father had to say to me. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was. I knew exactly who the pocketbook book belonged to. I couldn't even talk there. Kyoko, it couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. But this makes it sound like she talked to him. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. Do we really need a flashback of something that just happened? It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? Quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. It's making me dizzy. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. I didn't get to read the rest of that. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? There's a second despair. Oh, fuck. Okay. Alright. The more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? I guess they forgot to, bolt up Kyoko's locker. Guess they missed that one. Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro. And a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. If I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward, and I have to believe in everyone. And we will do that next time on Let's Play Danganronpa. See you guys then. Bye!